Daniel wants to look like a normal commuter. He is a working man. But this is also where he sleeps. He calls this the zombie hours, napping in carriages, waiting on deserted platforms. We've been following his footsteps, his battle to blend in, constantly on the move, but a journey with no destination.
You probably didn't expect to find yourself in this situation.
No. You're kind of working hard all your life. You don't think the bubble's going to burst. So you're looking now at somewhere where you're not going to get wet. So one option's trams, other option's trains or buses.
Daniel's road to homelessness was complex. A period off work looking after dying parents, bad flatmates, an employer not paying him for a job. Still, he tried to keep working as a carpenter.
You don't look homeless, is the first thing I noticed. What's it like waking up and trying to go to work when you've spent the night on the street?
The worst thing is you kind of become zombified because you don't get a night's sleep.
Daniel has a bag system, a carrier for dirty laundry, rucksack for clean, a small essentials bag on top. He does his washing and showers at the Croydon Crisis Centre, where staff say a growing number of his demographic are presenting as homeless.
When we talk to people experiencing homelessness, there's the kind of stigma and shame that goes with it. Most people are thinking they, are going to go into later life with savings and security, and actually, the cost of housing alongside kind of lower wages is meaning that for lots more people that just isn't an option.
A crisis survey has found more people on the cusp of homelessness in the twilight of their working lives. Daniel says being homeless makes it harder to do his job.
Me not being able to work skillfully with tiredness, lack of sleep, lack of washing facilities, and lack of food.
And you actually keeping yourself clean and looking after yourself.
You don't change the person you are.
Daniel has one way of holding on to who he is. His last foothold on normality, a lockup where his stuff of life is kept in storage.
1958.
1958. Your mum and dad, yeah?
Yep, on their wedding day.
How important is this?
Well, this is my world. This is what I've created over the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Everything from emotional memories to tools that make me money to put me in a shelter or a house. It gives me hope. It gives me some sort of reason.
Cup of tea?
We catch up with Daniel a few weeks later at a local soup kitchen, where staff say the clientele includes working people who can't afford food on top of their rent.
Who comes out at 9:30 at night for a sandwich and some soup unless you're desperate. So, and it's sad that tonight we've helped nearly 70 people.
Things have changed for Daniel. He hasn't had work for weeks, but he's still on the move. His attempt to stay under the radar has recently failed. He's been fined for not having a ticket on an overnight tram.
I normally do a loop around the park, through the car park, just to see if there's any cars or any people about before I get my head down.
So he's changed his sleeping arrangements to a local park.
So this is where I lived last night. Well, the weather is a big element. Tonight could be a night that I may have to make a move, but I shall deal with that when it happens.
Daniel tucks in,
Bed down, fully kitted up, because you don't know when you've got to make a move.
and chains his essentials bag to his belt.
And you wouldn't hide yourself in the bushes?
Why would you do that unless you're up to something dodgy?
I don't know, just so that people couldn't see you.
No, well, listen, I'm homeless, so it's...
But Daniel refuses to be defined as homeless.
Get me gloves ready.
He is a skilled contributor to society, a man who can make stuff with his hands.
Time and effort, boys.
He's hanging on to that by his fingertips.
And I'll bid you farewell and good night.
Jason Farrell, Sky News.